I'm Jesse Baring. I'm an associate professor of science communication in the Center for Science Communication, and I'm a psychologist and a popular science writer. Well, I think it's an international, global marketplace of ideas now in academia. You don't necessarily need to be centralized in any particular place. The internet has flattened the intellectual landscape in terms of communicating with colleagues and keeping plugged into all the recent developments in your field. I think the University of Otago has been very warm and embracing to a lot of my approach to science, and some of it is outside of the box, controversial subject matter, communicated in a way that it's interesting and entertaining and engaging, but also in a professional, academic way as well. And the university has trusted me to do that. So that was definitely a very appealing prospect in my move here. So the Center for Science Communication is a very special, sort of unusual research center across the world, really, and that's one of the reasons that I came here. I couldn't find this particular constellation of talent anywhere else in the world. So tremendous opportunity for people who are fascinated by science and want to communicate it in a passionate, enthusiastic way, but not necessarily be scientists themselves. The university was actually very good in terms of helping us coordinate a very difficult logistical move. I was living in upstate New York in Ithaca. Given the distance, all the way from the East Coast in New York to LA and then LA to New Zealand, it was a complicated trip in terms of the move. But the university definitely helped us make it as stress-free as possible. They coordinated the actual moving company for us. I brought over 2 dogs and a cat. They've been living in New Zealand now for a year. They've all adopted the Kiwi lifestyle, I think, just like my partner and I, and are very happy. So it worked out very well in the end. I love this part of the world. I'd been here in 2008, so several years before I actually moved here, completely separate from getting a job here. I was here as part of an academic conference. So I visited the campus before. I toured the Otago region, fell in love with it, felt genuinely happy here. So I've been pleasantly surprised with the similarities in this sort of cultural milieu with New Zealand and America. And the little things are just things that I learn every day and I'm fascinated by. You see a lot of people walking around in bare feet. That's quite nice to me, actually. It's a pleasant sign that people are much more laid back in general and sort of carefree and casual. Dunedin's, it's a really eccentric, colorful city with a lot of history. I've made a lot of friends since I've moved here over the course of the year, even though we've been very busy in terms of the move and the new position. There are beaches here, it's beautiful weather most of the year, tremendous outdoor opportunities. Every day is a new adventure and experience. I think that there's a genuine sincerity in the people here that is very valuable from our perspective, and also felt genuinely at peace and happy, happier than I'd had for a long time, and it just felt like home at that point.